What guides our actions? What principles do we use to navigate the complexities of right and wrong? These questions lie at the heart of ethics, a branch of philosophy exploring the concepts of morality and virtue. Within this realm, ethical egoism emerges as a distinct and often controversial perspective. Ethical egoism, in its essence, posits that individuals ought to act in their own self-interest. It challenges conventional notions of altruism and self-sacrifice, suggesting that prioritizing one's own well-being is not only morally permissible, but morally obligatory. This approach to ethics has sparked debate, raising profound questions about the nature of morality, the role of self-interest in society, and the very definition of a virtuous life. In this exploration of ethical egoism, we will delve into its core principles, examine its potential benefits and drawbacks, and consider its implications for our understanding of right and wrong. As we navigate this complex terrain, it is crucial to approach the topic with an open mind, carefully considering the arguments both for and against this controversial ethical framework. Ethical egoism asserts that individuals should prioritize their own self-interest above all else. This means making choices that maximize one's own well-being and happiness. Ethical egoism places the individual at the center of moral decision-making. It is essential to distinguish ethical egoism from psychological egoism. Ethical egoism prescribes that individuals ought to act in their own self-interest. Ethical egoism, despite its controversial nature, holds a certain allure for some. It offers a seemingly straightforward approach to ethics, grounding morality in the pursuit of one's own happiness and well-being. This simplicity can be appealing in a world often characterized by complex moral dilemmas and competing ethical frameworks. Proponents of ethical egoism argue that it promotes individual freedom and autonomy. By placing the individual at the center of moral decision-making, ethical egoism empowers individuals to define their own values and pursue their own goals without undue interference from external forces or societal pressures. This emphasis on individual liberty resonates with those who value self-determination and see external moral constraints as an infringement on personal freedom. Furthermore, ethical egoism aligns with the natural human inclination towards self-preservation and the pursuit of happiness. We are wired to seek out pleasure, avoid pain, and strive for our own well-being. Ethical egoism, in a sense, legitimizes these natural tendencies, suggesting that pursuing our own interest is not only acceptable, but morally right. To illustrate ethical egoism, consider an entrepreneur starting a business. Driven by financial success and personal fulfillment, they invest time and resources. This self-interest can lead to job creation, innovation, and economic growth. Similarly, a student dedicates long hours to studying for a successful future. Prioritizing education benefits both the student and the workforce. Ethical egoism can lead to positive outcomes for others. While ethical egoism presents a compelling case for the morality of self-interest, it also faces significant criticisms and potential pitfalls. One of the most prominent concerns is that ethical egoism can lead to a disregard for the needs and well-being of others. Critics argue that a society solely focused on individual self-interest would lack the empathy, compassion, and cooperation necessary for a harmonious and just social order. Without a sense of responsibility towards others, ethical egoism, in its extreme form, could potentially justify actions that harm or exploit others for personal gain. Moreover, ethical egoism struggles to provide a satisfactory framework for resolving conflicts of interest. When the desires and goals of individuals clash, ethical egoism offers little guidance on how to navigate these conflicts in a fair and equitable manner. This lack of a mechanism for resolving disputes can lead to power struggles, exploitation, and an erosion of trust within communities. Critics of ethical egoism often point to the inherent interconnectedness of human beings and the importance of social cooperation for individual flourishing. They argue that true happiness and fulfillment are often found not in isolation, but in connection with others, through acts of kindness, empathy, and mutual support. Ethical theories such as altruism and utilitarianism stand in stark contrast to ethical egoism. Altruism emphasizes the moral obligation to act in the best interests of others, even at the expense of one's own self-interest. Utilitarianism, on the other hand, seeks to maximize overall happiness and well-being, considering the interests of all individuals affected by an action. These alternative ethical frameworks challenge the individualistic focus of ethical egoism, highlighting the importance of considering the consequences of our actions for others and the value of promoting the common good. They offer a broader perspective on morality, one that encompasses the well-being of both the individual and the community. Ethical egoism focuses on self-interest, while altruism prioritizes others' needs. Utilitarianism seeks to maximize overall happiness. These frameworks lead to different moral approaches. Egoism suggests prioritizing oneself, altruism advocates helping others, and utilitarianism weighs overall benefits. For example, an egoist might choose a career for personal gain, while an altruist might choose a career to help others. A utilitarian would consider which career maximizes happiness for the most people. These ethical systems offer different perspectives on moral decision-making. Ethical egoism emphasizes self-interest as the guiding principle of morality, presenting a thought-provoking perspective. It raises concerns about selfishness and the erosion of social cooperation. Ethical egoism should be critically evaluated for its strengths and weaknesses. A balanced perspective values both individual and collective well-being. Thoughtful reflection on our values and responsibilities guides us towards a just and compassionate world. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and subscribe if you'd like to see more videos like this.